All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to show you guys a really cool trick with the shockwave nades. This is gonna allow you to break into people's boxes in a very safe manner and very sneaky way that will catch people off guard. It is kind of risky to pull off, especially if they know you're doing it. You have to have pretty quick reactions to make sure you capitalize. The person who came up with this, or at least made the video that I saw on the Fortnite competitive Reddit, was Reese M. So shout out to Reese M for showing this, and I'm just showing you guys so you guys are up to date with all the latest tech. All right, so we got ourselves a enemy who's going to be inside this box. They are in the metal box, and you are trying to break into their box. So you approach them, you're trying to break in. It's not really working. Now, of course, like there's like all kinds of stuff you can do, like put the shockwave here and try to break through, maybe even closer, so you can actually break through. Different angles you can go for. You can build over the top of them and shockwave down. That also works, but this technique is very reliable, very consistent, and it puts you in a perfect spot to really capitalize off your opponent. So the way it works is you're going to be one box away from them, and it doesn't matter if you walk up to them and you got this whole build going on, because you're still going to break through all the structure. So you're one box away from them, and that's what I am right now. I'm one box away, and I know my enemy is on this side. I'm trying to break through. He keeps replacing. You can't really get in, right? You have 30 ping. That's your life. So what you do is you stand over here. You edit out. And if you want to, you can, you can box up again here just for safety. Because I tried to do this actually in the educational commentary. And I ended up getting sniped as I was doing this. I still managed to pull it off. But for the sake of safety, you do this. Then you throw it on the edge over there. You just throw it on the edge of the square. And look where it sends you. It takes you through everything, puts you in the back side of your opponent's wall box. Not just that, it breaks the front wall, the top, and the roof. And it puts you on the back side, the perfect back side, where you're able to shoot him in the back with the pump shotgun. But my favorite thing to do is to actually place a wall, then place a trap, and jump up and ramp them. And in the commentary, that is similar to what I did. You can also place a trap on the top as well and then edit this like this so that they can take it. But if anything, you're inside a box with your opponent's walls. 3 of his walls, 1 of your walls. You probably just want to put a floor and a roof and edit it out just in case they start panicking and placing traps down. So that's how it's done. I hope you guys enjoy this tip. Big shout out to Reese M who came up with this tip, or at least made it public knowledge. So good luck, guys. And if you're enjoying this video, click like. If you're not already subscribed, some of you who are watching are not subscribed, click subscribe right now. I'll know if you didn't, okay? Enjoy the video. We're doing educational commentary. So, we're going to be focusing on how to outplay your opponents, how to give yourself an advantage in fights. That's the structure of this commentary. This guy's landing here ahead of us, but he might land on the chest. And if he does, I grab the SMG and start blocking backwards. A couple sprays on him. Fortunately, he has minis. I don't want him to fly away. Looks like he might try to fly away. No, he's just drinking the minis right in front of me. All right, there we go. Killed him. He only drank 1 mini. That's fine. We can live with that. Now, before I drink the second one, I do want to check the chest. On the rare occurrence that there's a slurp. No slurp. Shield into the potion. So I kind of predicted that he was going to land on the chest. And if he had landed on the SMG, I would have had enough time to like swoop away. So I went for that gamble play where I'm like, okay, this guy will land on the chest. He did. And I was able to finish him off with the SMG. And then I was backing away just in case he got something like really good out of that chest. Just to keep my distance, keep medium distance away from him. But he just started like trying to drink a shield in front of me, which did not work in his favor. All right. Let's roll into Snobby. These houses don't seem to be looted at all. We have a combat and an SMG. We have quite a good loadout, and there's actually already like just right in front of me so much more. We are getting shot at though. That guy is shooting at our baller. So there was a guy back there. We just missed him. Going over the top. He's at that house. There's a guy around. This guy seems a little lost. Clean him up. That guy's still shooting at us. That's okay. Gonna block off some of those shots. Make sure I have everything I need. And we can still take our baller, I think, and roll towards that guy. Actually, looks like this guy's actually pushing. So I'm gonna take height here. He's throwing stinks. Gonna try to punish him for throwing those stinks. A couple good shots. He's probably gonna throw one more stink. There we go. Got the angle on him. For some reason, actually, I don't know. This is the first time it's happened. For some reason, when I jumped over the top and I tried to shoot him with my combat, it was almost like my combat shotgun got jammed because it wasn't shooting him while he was underneath. It wasn't shooting him at all. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but yeah, I couldn't shoot him, which is weird. So he actually had 6 things. So he could have been a problem. As soon as somebody starts throwing the stings, I start pushing and I keep moving forward, because if you stand still, that's when the stings are going to be very, very useful and annoying. And he was only able to take 15 health off of me with the stink bombs. He was able to only take 15 health off of me with the stink bombs. Considering he had 6, that's pretty good. So when you are going against somebody with stings, you want to preemptively just keep moving forward, keep building and expanding with your materials so that they don't get the jump on you in terms of health. Now I know there was like a campfire here. There is a medkit here. I could have utilized the campfire and then saved one of these splashies, but I'm trying to play pretty quickly here, so we're gonna just keep moving. We'll go back to our baller. Just want to have a little bit more materials before going back into it. All right. Why does he talk so much? This is an educational commentary, brother. I'm talking so that you guys understand what I'm thinking, and that so hopefully I can help you guys get better at the game. And if you're already goated on the sticks and you don't need the health, that's fine. Let people get their help. All right, we're landing right on top of this guy. Gonna go over the top, hop out. Unfortunately, he got taken out almost immediately. This guy is ramping over the top. I'm actually going to jump out here. Quick little box. If he wants to get inside, he can. And what I just did right there, I'll show you. It was very fast, but once you get the hang of it, it's actually not that hard. So I threw this guy in, and then I realized where he is. He was standing over here. I have 1 trap. I could have used 2 to guarantee the kill, but I only used 1 to guarantee the kill. I put the trap on the wall that he's closest to, and then I edit the ramp. I put the ramp down, put the trap, and then I edit the ramp like this. He heard the trap and immediately started walking toward the other side, but as soon as he starts walking, it's too late. The ramp is already blocking him off, and he dies as a result. I'm gonna drop the stinks for the mini just because I feel like I'm gonna need the extra health. We still have our baller, and I like having the baller and moving around with it, just because, especially if I'm low on materials like I am right now, I'm kind of able to push my opponents without having to protect myself with materials being used. So I'm gonna keep moving. We can loot this chest. Loot lake is where we're gonna go, because that's a lot of times that is where people are rotating to, or people landed. We'll go ahead and drop, or just use this for the slurp. Keep moving in. Somebody was boxed up there. I don't know if there's still boxed up there. We're gonna find out here in a second. Rotating out the side. No, they're not still there. There's the launch pad though. We can loot. Enemy spotted. Jump out, take a couple shots. All right, he was already weak. Took a quick shot from a distance with the combat for 66. That's definitely still a good hit. And I was immediately going to start building afterwards, but I was only going to start building once I saw him not have his pickaxe out. When I recognized that his pickaxe was out, I immediately went for the aggressive play, just because of the fact that he has to swap to a weapon, then start shooting. By that time, I could probably get 2 shots off, maybe even build a wall and block his first shot. Alrighty, there was a lot of builds here. These are probably old. 23 remain, 5 kills so far. Rolling around looking for some people to fight. Let's try Dusty area. That's usually where a lot of people are rotating out from, especially if they landed Mega Mall or Salty, or Dusty. That might be rotating out to the diners. So let's keep on moving through. It's important to know how to use the hamster ball to get momentum and keep moving fast and be hard to hit. It's definitely not hard to figure out, but it's definitely something that you practice a little bit just to make sure you know how to do it. There are some shots coming out of Dusty, and there is somebody flying through the slipstream. I think what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to go for the shots in Dusty, just because I can third party this. Probably gives me a quick cleanup. There's a guy coming now right now. We're on the edge of the circle. He's behind that tree. He's standing still behind the tree. We know this. Start shooting the tree. Try to like bait him into moving out. He's moving. So I'm just gonna keep shooting him from a distance. I'm not gonna necessarily try to cut this. Just trying to like pepper him from a distance. It looks like I think he's going for high ground. That's what he's going for. Now I'm fine ramping up here because I'm so low to the ground that I was able to catch myself pretty much instantly. Try to put a wall on this side. Go over the side or here, put a wall over here. This is easy. Unfortunately, he was able to get up top. I'm just gonna start pickaxing him. There we go. Went for the shot. So I was able to recognize that this guy was like leaving walls open in his box, and I was able to just walk up on those walls and take them, or not even take them, but just place my own and start putting pressure on him. This guy just took my baller. I'm gonna wrap around. He's probably gonna try to get out of here. I already knew my baller was a little bit weak, so a couple shots I could probably break this guy out of his baller. There's somebody else actually posted up top. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drink the slurp and replace this open slot with something. Just anything to give me a better chance at this fight. But I'm probably not even going to take this fight. Only because of the fact that... I'm already... what do you call it? Far away from the circle. The circle's about to move. I don't know what that guy's doing, to be honest with you. There are bandages here, but I'm not even going to take the bandages. I'm going to take these instead. Use one of my launches, and I should be able to stay ahead of the storm for the most part, just using the slipstreams. The slipstreams really give me a lot of mobility, not really having to worry about dying in a storm. So this slipstream into the tilted slipstream, just fly over, try to get as close as I can to the circle. Keep the shockwave grenades, try to make some plays. There's a lot of loot right here and some extra shockwaves. Might as well grab them. All right. There we go. It's a big pot in there, but I'm just going to keep my current loadout. Matter of fact, the way I'm playing, I am taking a bit of damage because I'm challenging so many people. I am going to go ahead and grab the big pot. I'm going to grab... So, 2 big pots. It became a lot more worth it now. The big pot over the SMG. The SMG is nice, but look, here's the thing about the combat shotgun is you never need to swap away from the combat shotgun. So having the SMG is purely only for like putting pressure on your opponents. But when you're in somebody's face with a combat, you never want to swap. You just keep shooting with it. So that opens up basically the SMG slot, and you're able to run utility with double heals, which makes you a lot tankier and get a lot more fights without really losing your stuff. So I'm gonna get over here. I'm gonna use one of these just to get up and get this shot. Get this baller. Start rolling over and see what I can get myself into. There's 2 people fighting up there. Shockwave grenades on the top of this will be extremely useful. I'm gonna fly right up. Hop out. Pretty sure we have height here. This guy's trying to heal, I think. Able to break his stuff. Show you guys a cool way to... Oh. There we go. I was going to try to show you guys a cool way to use the shockwave grenades to like break into people's boxes really, really easily. Hopefully I can find somebody who's boxed in and I can show you guys. We just kept tight on this guy. Eventually he kind of exposed himself. We were able to take him out. Wasn't very difficult. I think somebody else is flying up with us, so I'm gonna meet him on the high ground here. Now I could have just like stood a little bit more still and tap fired against that guy, but so many potential snipers, especially up on these hills. I didn't really want to do that. I just kind of, you know, prayed that my bloom would hit him a few times, and I did. And that's okay. And we're just gonna keep continuing on this fight just because we know we have such a big health advantage on this guy, especially if he didn't have full shield to start with. I'm assuming he landed near this house. Most likely he did. Oh no, it looks like he landed on the backside over here. There's actually somebody. No, that's actually an audio bug. So shockwave into him. You got to be careful not to shockwave yourself off the edge. We do have height here, but now I'm going to show you guys. Oh, actually, I was going to show you guys this trick. Now, when somebody's fighting me with wood, I swap to brick, and if they're fighting with brick, I swap to metal, and if they're fighting with metal, I swap to wood. I always want to use a different material than what my opponent is using. That way, I can know for sure what mat. If it's their wall or not. So gonna get over the side right here, and I'm gonna start kind of like breaking him down a little bit, just putting some pressure on him. You don't even have to break him down. Just doing this sometimes is enough to bait them into dropping. And I think he's like already like kind of dropping a little bit. So I'm gonna use my shockwave nade and try to bust him out of here. That's actually my floor and my wall. So if I just get here, I can get a couple quick shots. So I'm putting the pressure on him right now, right? This is how you do it. You stand here, you throw it there, and you're in. But unfortunately, somebody did snipe us right before we did it, and it kind of ruined the whole thing. But luckily for us, I don't want to risk it here, but I'm gonna start healing up. That trick right there, it puts you right in the back of his box, right behind him, and you're able to like break their stuff down and potentially put a wall up. So bit of a standoff here, huh? There we go. He's shooting with his AR. He's not gonna be able to laser me to and kill me. And I'm able to just wait and time the metal wall. As soon as it breaks, I'm able to get a shot off on him and hit him. But guys, the trick I showed you with the shockwave nade that nearly got me killed because of that sniper, unfortunately. And because of that sniper. So let's say someone's in this box right here. He's in this box, right? He's standing here. I stand over here, and I'm one box away. I put a floor. I put a shockwave over there while I'm standing here. And that is enough. I think we're getting shot out, so I'm going to just drop down real quick. And that puts you inside their box on the back side. I'm actually going to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about in creative. And I'll give proper credit to the person who posted this on the competitive Fortnite Reddit. So it puts you right on the back side of their box, but it also like breaks their roof and their front wall. So you're able to immediately put your own wall, put a trap, and try to trap kill them. It would have been a lot cooler if that guy just died from the trap. It would have also been a lot cooler if the other guy didn't heavy snipe me. There are more protected ways to do that. I could have overbuilt a little bit more and potentially done a little bit better. This guy for 73. He has height. He's still building up. And he falls down a little bit. There we go. I'm going to take the chug jug. I could... No, I'm not going to pop it. I think I'm good with what I got. Upgrade that. Just pop the campfire. And actually, I'm just going to drop down, then go back up, and then pop the campfire just so they don't heavy snipe it out. All right. So we have circle, we have a launch pad. There's 3 more enemies remaining. Ideally, we're just gonna sit here and just kind of wait for people to rotate towards us, just because we have a circle. If I had 2 launch pads, I probably would launch towards them and try to do something about that. Show you a quick little trick with the to try to get into your cone in case you want to be able to peek. People like try to jump up and reset, and that's one way to do it. Another way to do it, guaranteed without having to fail the timing, is just to rotate your ramp like that, and then kind of just step up here and just like walk and crouch, and you are now in your cone. Good thing about this is you're protected from all sides, and you're able to kind of just see everything, potentially peek, shoot somebody. If somebody is to launch and I know they're going to land on top of this cone, I can actually catch them in a trap when they're launching. That might actually happen right now, so let's take a look. This guy's launching up. I hope he lands on top of this cone. I hope he does. Oh no, it looks like he's going over there, which kind of sucks, because I really want him to land over here. It's not really held up by a lot, by the way. Like, that whole thing is not really held up by a lot. It's like that one ramp and then that situation over there. I really could start shooting it out. I know where one guy is, I know where the second guy is, and I think, yeah, that's the third guy right there. So I think they've all got snipers. We got to be a little cautious in the situation. He threw a storm flip. That's not really going to do much. We can just wait and see here where the circle's going and then launch based off that. I'm not really tripping. The other guy, he's right underneath. Okay, so we got one guy up top, one guy underneath with a heavy sniper. They both have snipers. That guy most likely has a sniper as well. That guy's just sitting there though. I could easily just peek out and start shooting him, but I don't want the other guy to snipe me. The other guy has his sniper out. He's behind a tree now. It's moving away. The circle's coming up behind me, so this is actually not a bad spot to be. Just gotta play it smart. It's going up the hill. That means I do want to save my launch. This guy's hopping on a turret, man. It's actually crazy because it's not smart. Guy with the heavy sniper is behind me. That guy is very, very weak. Remember, this thing's going up a hill, so it's like it's going up a hill. So it's okay for me to like actually just wait it out a little bit, and then launch right as the storm is coming. I'm gonna land on top of this structure right here. Even a little bit of storm damage won't be too bad, considering the advantage it gives me. Got height on these guys. That guy has a sniper. The other guy doesn't have a sniper. He dies to storm. I still get credit because I hit him earlier. He's reloading a sniper. Don't really want him to reload that. Very weak right now. Double layering. Connected to the pyramid. He's ramping up. He's pretty much dead. I didn't even need to drop into him. I could have stayed up and won, but I just wanted to make sure I got the kill credit. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this educational commentary